Let's talk about the Song of Songs. It's got to be one of the most famous poems about love ever. But for all its beauty and passion, it's also, well, it's really confusing. For centuries, people have been totally captivated by it, but also, let's be honest, a little bit lost.
And a big reason for that is how fragmented it feels, right? The point of view keeps shifting, the speakers change without any warning. It can feel less like one clear story and more like a bunch of beautiful but kind of random love notes jumbled together.
But what if all that confusion is actually hiding a super clear drama? What if this isn't just a simple love duet between two people, but a high-stakes love triangle? The story of a young woman who has to choose between a life of luxury with a powerful king and a simple, devoted love with her true love, a humble shepherd. Well, that brings us to a fascinating interpretation called the shepherd hypothesis. This whole theory suggests that the key to unlocking the poem is to stop seeing it as a duet and start seeing it as a three-character play. And at its heart, this isn't just about two lovers. It's really about a choice between two very, very different kinds of love. So let's meet the players in this drama. First, you've got the Shulamite Maiden. She's the young woman at the center of everything. Then we have the incredibly wealthy and powerful King Solomon. And finally, her first love, a simple shepherd. So according to this theory, these two guys are both trying to win her over. You've got the king, who represents this kind of sensuous love. It's all about luxury, wealth, and pure physical attraction. But then you have the shepherd. He represents true love, a deep emotional connection built on friendship and real commitment. And she is stuck right in the middle. The whole story really kicks off when the maiden is brought into King Solomon's royal camp. He's seen her, he wants her, and he immediately starts showering her with the kind of luxury and flattery that, only a king can. This is where her big test begins. And just listen to how the king compliments her. He says she's like his mare among Pharaoh's chariots. I mean, what does that even mean? He's basically calling her a beautiful, prized possession. All his praises about her physical beauty and the expensive jewelry he can give her, it's all about her appearance. But here's the thing. While the king is talking, her mind is somewhere else completely. She's thinking about the shepherd, and wow, what a contrast. She compares him to a fruitful apple tree, something that gives shade and comfort and food. Her thoughts aren't on jewels and gold, but on satisfaction and a deep, real, natural connection. So there it is, right? The conflict is laid out perfectly. The king sees this beautiful object that he wants to own, and he praises her body piece by piece. But her heart is with the shepherd, the man she has a true emotional bond with. It's a classic battle between worldly temptation and genuine love. And here's another example of the king's approach. Again, it's like he's just taking inventory of her features, her teeth, her lips, her temples. He seems almost incapable of seeing her as a whole person. Instead, he's just focused on her anatomy as the source of his desire. Now compare that to the shepherd's words, which she remembers. He says, "You have ravished my heart." See the difference? He talks about her love, her commitment, her character. He even praises her purity, calling her a garden locked. He values her as a whole person, not just a collection of parts. Okay, so all of this builds up to the turning point. After being surrounded by the king's incredible wealth and constant flattery in his palace, the maiden has to make a choice. The pressure is huge, but she finally takes a stand. And here it is. This is the pivotal line. She declares, "I and my beloved's, and his desire is for me." She isn't just saying no to the king. She's actively affirming who she is and who she belongs with. She belongs to the shepherd, and he belongs to her. End of story. And you have to realize, this is so much more than just a romantic choice. This is a massive statement of her values. She is literally walking away from a life of comfort, of power, of unimaginable wealth. She chooses the person over the palace. And she doesn't just reject the king's world, she runs toward the shepherd's. She says, "Come, my beloved, let us go forth into the field." She is actively, joyfully choosing a simple, authentic life in the country with the man she truly loves. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, according to this interpretation, the Song of Songs isn't just a romance novel. It's a moral drama, and it has a really powerful lesson for all of us about the true nature of love and relationships. This table really breaks it all down. On one side, you have the king's love. Its foundation,
physical attraction. Its expression, flattery of the body. And its goal, pretty much a sexual adventure. But then you have the shepherd's love. Its foundation is a real friendship and emotional bond. Its expression is praise for the whole person. And its goal is a lifelong commitment. And the whole story really climaxes with this powerful statement. This is the ultimate moral. True love, the kind that's built on a deep emotional foundation, it just can't be bought. Any attempt to trade wealth or luxury for it would be, and should be, completely rejected. So, when you look at it through this lens, the Song of Songs totally transforms. It goes from being a confusing poem to being this timeless guide. It makes such a strong case for choosing a partner based on who they really are, their character, their heart, and not just on superficial charm or how much money they have. And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This ancient story presents a super clear choice between a life of luxury and a life of love. So the question for us is, in our modern world, with all its temptations, what does that choice look like today?